Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and I am going to be showing you guys a family recipe, which is pineapple upside down cake. And this is actually a really fun cake to make because it's super easy, it's super affordable, and you can go to the Dollar Tree and get all your ingredients less than what, maybe $5 to $10, and have a quick, easy, delicious dessert ready for dinner or just anytime. So the reason why I wanted to make this cake is because I had been wanting to bake for a very long time, and I woke up at 6 a.m. one day and I was like, I'm gonna bake a cake. I'm gonna bake a cake. And I looked at my cabinet and I had some of the ingredients already, and I was like, all I need is some cake mix and some pineapples, and I'll be fine. So I wanted to show you guys this recipe. But I pray that this recipe blesses you and your household and you guys have fun making it. So yeah, enjoy! Okay, so in order to make this pineapple upside down cake, you're gonna need a few ingredients. I got all these ingredients at the Dollar Tree, so it's super affordable. I used some pineapple juice from the can, some vanilla, some butter, some regular white sugar, some light brown sugar, traditional yellow cake mix, some milk, and some baking pans, and some pineapples. Also, I used some other ingredients, but I'll tell you guys about that later. So, you're gonna take your cake box and yeah, this cake mix is pretty good, but it doesn't have to be this brand, it could be any brand. And basically this called for some water, but I replaced it with milk. It called for half a cup of oil, but I just used like a teaspoon, and I did use 3 eggs. So you're gonna want to open up your cake and get a bowl that is big enough to make the batter, and go ahead and just pour that inside. So after you pour it inside, you're gonna want to go ahead and set your oven, turn it on and preheat it. I just put mine at 375 and let that get started. Yeah, I was kind of like figuring out how to use my oven. And then I just put some sugar to the side. So I'm gonna let you guys know, like, I am not a measurer. I just kind of eyeball it. That's the way I cook. I'm sorry. So yeah, I like to get all my dry ingredients in first. So I put some sugar in there and I just shaked it up, and then I took a spoon and I just kind of like sifted with manually. I just moved, so I am still getting all my stuff unpacked and I'm still getting all my kitchen utensils together. But I just felt like baking. I woke up at 6 a.m. and I was like, I want to bake a cake. So I'm just doing everything by hand right now. So yeah, right now I am sifting that sugar and that cake mix together because I want this cake to be nice and sweet, you know. Yeah, so now I'm gonna add some pineapple juice from the can, and I just poured whatever was in there into a bowl, and then I'm gonna transfer it into the batter. This kind of replaces most of the milk and the water, and it just adds like a really good sweet flavor to the cake batter. I like it. I did this once before and it was amazing. I was like, I'm gonna always do this. So yeah, you see how it's getting kind of creamy. So then I added some butter. I just realized I didn't have enough butter. This is all the butter I had at the moment. So I just poured a little bit of that. It's probably like a tablespoon of butter. I'm gonna mix that in and get that going. And then I'm gonna add my milk. I'm not gonna add a lot of dairy because I do have like some other ingredients like eggs and stuff to go in, so I just want to give it that good consistency. We could totally use water, but I just feel like milk, it makes the cake taste so much better, so that's why I like to use it. And I just wanted to just show you guys like how creamy it is. It looks amazing. So now I'm getting ready to add some vanilla extract, and I just kind of eyeballed it. Normally I would like measure like a teaspoon or a tablespoon, but I think that was good enough, and I went ahead and I just mixed that in. You don't need vanilla extract, but I just feel like it just makes it taste so rich and creamy and sweet, and I just went ahead and added a little bit more sugar. And some of you might think this is too sweet, but this is how I like to bake, man. It's gonna be amazing. I'm telling you, this is not a cake for it's not a cake that's supposed to be tart. So yeah, so I'm mixing that in, and I'm gonna see what's next. So now it's time to add those eggs, and the reason why we need to add the eggs is that it just holds the cake together. It gives it that consistency that makes it a cake. So I added the 3 eggs in, and I'm just gonna whiskey spoon it in there all good until it is fully mixed. And yeah, it's gonna be delicious. And we could not forget just a little bit of oil, just to make sure that it sticks together and it's all cake-like. So I'm gonna pour that in. And then I just added just a little bit more vanilla extract. And now we are ready to pour in the bottom layer. So this bottom layer consists of pineapples, brown sugar, and butter. But I actually needed to substitute the butter for honey because I was running out. So you're gonna see the honey. Yeah, there she goes. This is some pure honey from Trader Joe's. It's really nice and tasty. And basically I got a bowl and I poured some brown sugar in the butter and I melted it. And then from there I poured in a little bit more brown sugar. And I'm basically breaking this down, and I want to make like, it's gonna look like a scrub when you're done with it, but I want to make like a paste that's actually movable so that I can put it on the bottom of this silver pan. So I just use the microwave. I keep putting more brown sugar, and I added honey to make it stretch. You don't have to use honey, you could just totally use butter, but I just use whatever's in my cabinet when I want to make stuff, and if I run out I just go out and get more. But for this video I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just use what I have. So I just made enough to be able to spread throughout the pan. This spread is delicious, and yeah, I'm gonna spread it out. So after you spread it out, cut your pineapples, put it on top, and there you go, you have your first layer. So now we're gonna pour this batter into this cake pan, and this is going to be our second final layer. And there we go. So we're pouring it in, make sure it's all even and delicious. There you go. There you go. So this is what it should look like. It should be nice and smooth and, You know, you shouldn't see the bottom layer at all. You should have enough batter. And then we're gonna pop it in the oven, and we're gonna set our timer for about 40 minutes, 39 minutes to be exact. And then after about 10 minutes, this is what it looked like. I was just checking it. And then I checked it again after like around 15 minutes, and then it was done. So this is what the cake looks like. It's a beautiful, beautiful golden brown cake. And of course I had to do the knife test. I stuck a knife in there, and what? Came out clean. That's what I'm talking about. So you'll know when the cake is done where it's not burnt on the edges. It's like just a nice all around golden brown. And sometimes I like to like put the knife in between the edges and the cake and see how it lifts, and you'll see like it'll be nice, and it'll be a nice clean, you know, clean edge. So by the grace of God, this is the final result, guys. This is it. Pineapple upside down cake. Yeah. So one thing that I didn't get a chance to tell you guys is that after the cake was done, I let it cool for about 20 minutes, and then I put down a layer of aluminum foil, and I flipped the cake over onto the aluminum foil. And I took my time because I wanted to get all the good pineapple gooiness out. And then I flipped it back into the pan, but you don't have to do that. You could just leave it on the foil if you want. And then I cut it and I served it out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video.